They had been planning the trip for months. Jeff had organized everything: flights, hotels, park passes, even dinner reservations. It was supposed to be the perfect group vacation. A handful of friends and families heading from Boston to Orlando for a week of Disney magic. They met early that morning at Logan Airport. Mr. and Mrs. Santana were first, waving from the Duncan line. Mr. and Mrs. Liu followed with coffees in hand, while Mr. Boardman helped corral the luggage near the gate. Felicia and Denise took selfies by the window. Yylin, TJ, and Mikey joked about who would puke first on the teacups, and Mary tried to keep everyone on schedule. It was loud, cheerful, chaotic, exactly what Jeff had hoped for, until he noticed them. Across from the gate sat a man and a woman. They didn't have luggage. They didn't talk. They just watched. The man's beige suit looked out of place, too formal, like something from another decade. The woman clutched a faded Disney tote bag, her knuckles pale and tight. At first, Jeff brushed it off. Airports are full of weird people. But when the woman's lips curved into a polite smile, a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes, something about it made Jeff's stomach twist. "Do you see them staring at us?" He whispered to Mrs. Spitalara. Mrs. Spitalara glanced over, shrugged, and said, "Probably just waiting for their flight." But as the group moved through the airport, the couple always seemed to be nearby, standing by the restroom, then by the boarding desk, then at the same food court table across the way. When the call for Flight 2376 to Orlando echoed through the terminal, Jeff's unease deepened. The man and woman stood, collecting nothing, no bags, no phones, and followed them down the jet bridge. They were on the same flight, 2 rows behind, the man by the window, the woman in the aisle. Neither spoke, neither slept. They just sat there, motionless, whispering to each other with no sound. They decided to watch Puppy Dog Pals, a common show to be on every plane, on the TVs on their seats, but they still felt uneasy. Halfway through the flight, Mrs. Fisher turned around to check on Anthony and froze. The woman's face was suddenly there, inches from the gap between the seats, whispering in silence. Her lips formed the words, slowly, deliberately, "Ride it, it's a small world." When they landed, everyone tried to shake it off. "Coincidence," they said, "just another pair of Disney tourists." But in the Orlando terminal, the couple was waiting again, standing at the end of the jet bridge, smiling that same thin smile. That night at the hotel, Giselle swore she saw the woman reflected in the hallway mirror standing behind her. When she turned around, the hall was empty. Later, Jay's phone buzzed at 3:12 a.m. with a message from an unknown number. It read, "It's a small world after all." By morning, everyone was on edge. They stuck together as they entered the park, but even Disney felt off. Too quiet, too. Staged. The cheerful music warped and dragged like an old tape. And then, by the entrance to It's a Small World, they saw them, the man and woman, waiting. Their clothes looked older now, faded. The woman's tote bag hung open, revealing a handful of ancient park tickets inside, some dated from decades ago. "We should go," Mr. Boardman said. "Now." But the turnstiles clicked behind them. 1, 2, 3, and somehow the group found themselves moving forward. The air smelled like damp wood and something sour like old water. They boarded the boats. None of them remembered doing it. The ride started. The song began. The animatronic children swayed, smiling, waving, their movements jerky, unnatural. The eyes seemed to follow them. Halfway through, the boat ahead disappeared into the darkness. Just gone. The water rippled once, then stilled. Felicia raised her phone to record, but her screen flickered and died. When she looked up, the man and woman were in the next boat, facing backwards, staring at them. The song looped again and again. And again. When the lights came back up, the park staff were there, confused, saying the ride had been closed for hours. Only Jeff, Mr. and Mrs. Santana, Mr. and Mrs. Liu, Mr. Boardman, Denise, and Yylin were still sitting in their boat. The rest were gone. No one ever found them. Weeks later, Jeff received a postcard in the mail. No return address, just a short message scrawled in shaky handwriting. They followed us to Disney. It really is a small world after all. On the back was a faded photograph, the ride, mid-journey. And in the last boat, behind the dolls, sat the man, the woman, and all of Jeff's friends, smiling that same frozen smile.